Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for a new Apple TV film, The Gorge. This is directed by one of my favorite directors, especially when it comes to horror, Scott Derrickson. This is a new film from 2025, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours and 7 minutes. This came out on Valentine's Day, so it's out already for you to watch it on if you have the service. As of the recording of this video, we have a Rotten Tomato score of 61% from the critics, 75% from the audience, and a Letterboxd average rating of 3.0. In this film, we meet two highly trained operatives, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, are appointed to post in guard towers on opposite ends of a vast and highly classified gorge, protecting the world from an undisclosed mysterious evil that lurks within. They bomb from a distance, and while trying to stay vigilant in defending against the unseen enemy, when the cataclysmic threat to humanity is revealed to them, they must work together in a test of both their physical and mental strength to keep the secret of the gorge before it's too late. As I mentioned, this movie stars Miles Teller as Levi, Anya Taylor-Joy as Drasa, and we also have Sigourney Weaver as Bartholomew. What a what an interesting name they gave that character. I do have a little quote from Letterboxd. This is from user Aiden, who gave it 2.5 stars. Hey, I saw you from across the gorge, and I really dug your vibe. That's really This movie is kind of split up into two little pieces, right? We have the first hour of the film where the the movie itself tries to explore. Okay, here are two people who are alone, who are kind of broken, who are just very skilled, but maybe they don't have the best personal life that you could have, and maybe they are each other what they're like. They're looking for someone like themselves, and this gorge, this opportunity that's come up, has come into play to really connect them together, which is great to see. I love the back and forth between them. It's really interesting to have to do that with two characters that are like across this really massive area, trying to talk to each other. And I think there's very fun and inventive ways of communicating. Up until, of course, later on, you eventually they're gonna have to like be in the same physical space, which is that's where the film kind of takes a turn to the next level. Now, Scott Derrickson, to me, has a very great eye for presenting like these visuals of horror, these different types of uh, things and creatures and settings that feel really cool. And as we explore the gorge, you can see that things are changing, things are evolving. Like the color, even the color changes from one area to the other, which is really cool. I thought it was a really cool effect in the film. Visually, just the exploration of that, the exploration of the things that are in the gorge, which I won't go too much into detail because I don't want to spoil the film. But I think that's great. And then also the action of like Miles Teller and Taylor Joy like kicking ass and shooting things, and like this becomes kind of like a horror action movie that just evolves into like let's kill creatures and things and blow things up, and it's like a really cool roller coaster ride. And then of course we have kind of like everything leading up to the ending. So the pacing was great. I was always entertained for the full 2 hours of the film. Um, and I really was invested in the future of these characters because the way that they had been set up for the first hour, I really wanted them to succeed in things. Also, I wanted them to reveal everything that was going on, which right from the beginning, we get clues that there's something way worse than what they think is happening in the gorge. Like I said, I won't go into any of those details. I don't want to spoil anything from the film. I want people to enjoy this. But yeah, I just really love that dynamic. I love the action sequences. I thought they were a lot of fun. Like there's like big shoot 'em ups, there's big explosions, there's just like these things that really feel like straight out of like a horror video game, which I thought was very cool. So yeah, I'm super on board and highly recommend. Like this was a perfect release for Valentine's Day, which is it doesn't seem like this would be the type of genre movie that you'd want to watch on that day, but I think it really works for that. So that was a very smart move on the part of whoever thought of breaking it out on Valentine's Day. It really just works for those themes, and then it also gives you like this whole super action ride with suspense and creatures and these cool things that are blowing up. So I recommend this movie. I'm very much on board. I really like both Miles Teller and Anna Taylor Joy. So I was gonna check this movie out regardless. And like I mentioned, big fan of Scott Derrickson. The Exorcism of Emily Rose is one of my favorite films when it comes to the horror genre, and I'm not really a big horror person, but I mean that was a film that I watched multiple times when it came out in the theater, and I really have been enjoying what Scott Derrickson's been doing, whether it was the Marvel project or the Black Phone or even the upcoming Black Phone sequel. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Highly recommend this. It's a little bit of something different. It feels like something that you may not have seen in a little while. These type of movies where it's like just action and horror and everything kind of all blended up into one thing. But to me, it really works. Um, so, if you have seen The Gorge on Apple TV Plus, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.